I'll look at it later. Right now you don't need anything. Can you please shut the cover for yours for now? Just set it on my desk for now, Brendan, and I'll take care of it in a minute. Okay. Today's lesson is a lesson that you already did briefly about a week and a half ago before our MCAs. We're going to focus today on 3 other central tendencies. We already did mean or averaging on Friday. Today we're going to focus on median, mode, and range. Like I mentioned before, I do have a poster up today so you can look at it anytime you want. And yes, you can use a calculator, although today I'm guessing for these 3 you probably won't need it very often. So how can data be described by one number? Well, Trey took CD playing times and he listed them in order. The playing times for the best CDs of each music type. How can he describe this data with one number? Well, what's one way we can do that? We can use the average. We can add all of those up and we can divide by 1, 2, 3. There's 7 numbers. So like we learned on Friday, we can find the mean or the average. Add them up and divide by 7. Listing from greatest to least is a greatest to least or least to greatest is a huge help, because the other 3 tendencies, it certainly makes it easier for you to visibly see the things that you need to. So first thing you should probably always do is list those. If we wanted to identify the mean or the middle number, we would list them in order and we would gradually get to the middle number. Now there are times where you don't have an odd number of numbers like this. Instead, maybe you have, I'm going to add a 72 here. Okay, now if I got to the middle number, it would be both of these. Well, you can't have 2 medians, but what you can do is take those 2 numbers and find the average of the 2. Now in this case, you don't need your calculator, right? What's the average of 63 and 64, Dathan? 63 and a half, that's right. Now if this was a different number, maybe not just one away, we may have to use a calculator. I'll leave that up to you. Now let's look at it another way. Let's identify the mode, or the number that occurs the most often. If you look at that set of numbers and they're in order, there should be one that jumps out at you that occurs the most often. It's 63. How many times does that occur? Twice. Very good. Now, it's possible that there could be more than one mode in a set of numbers. If there was an additional 72 on the end of this, then you would have 2 modes, 72 and 63. There's also a possibility that there are no modes, that there's just one of everything. Okay. Another way to represent data with one number is finding the range. Now, though you don't have to have your numbers in order, it sure is visibly nice to see the highest number and the lowest number, like this, instead of having to pick them out of a whole list. So what would be our range here? Remember, range is the difference between your highest value and your lowest value. Can anyone do that in their head? Or if you have a calculator and you want to use it, great. Aaron? Not quite. You're on the right track. Caden? It's 13. Now, if this was 60, 72 minus 60, then it would be 12, but it's going to be one more than that. The difference between the greatest value and the least value. Okay, so now I'd like you to open up your iPads. And the first set of numbers is not in order. The first set that I'm about to give you. So I would like you to put them in order, and then I want to know the mode, the median, and the range. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to help. Here you go, buddy. First set of numbers. There are 7 numbers there, so make sure as you write them down that you count them and make sure you have all 7. The number 1 is not part of the set. That is just question number 1. Okay? All right, I'll give you some time. Just keep working, okay? If it's bothersome to you, I'll shut the windows. Okay, then we're not going to talk about it anymore. Who would like to share the mode of this data? America?
5.
The mode is 5. How many 5s were there?
3.
3 of them. Anybody want to do the range? Natasha? 4. Can you tell me what you did? 7 minus 3, and you got 4. Good work. How about the median? Sarah? 5. The middle number. Once you put them in order, they have to be in order. Good work. Check yourself. And let's go on to the next set of data. This set of data is already put in order for you. There are 5 numbers for set data number 2. Please do the same, the mode, the median, and the range. Brendan, can you tell me the range of this set of numbers? I'll give you a minute. I'd like the range, please. Brendan, look up there if you don't know what to do. Not at somebody else's. Will, cover yours up. What does it say for the range, Brendan? Can you read that to me, please? The largest minus the smallest. So you're saying the largest minus the smallest is 43? Can you please do it on your iPad? Now, Brendan, have you ever been able to take a larger number away from a smaller number like you just wrote down? You have no idea? That doesn't look funny to you? That doesn't look funny to you? It does look funny. You can't do that. I'm going to give you another second. We're all going to wait for you. Let's go, Brendan. We're waiting patiently, dear. Can you tell me again? 22. Thank you. Now, Brendan, your first answer, you said that this was the largest number in the list. Is that the largest number? No. So that's not the number you should have written down first, right? Okay, how about the mode, Alexis? $21. Why 21? It repeats twice. Good. And Sam, how about the median? This was an easy one because there's an odd set of numbers. So we know that we're left with this one in the center. Okay, next set of numbers. Are you ready? Okay. This is an even set of numbers. There's 6 numbers here. So it'll be a little bit trickier to find the middle number. All right, Aiden, what is the range? The highest minus the lowest, 19 minus 13 would be 6. He's correct. How about the mode? Sky? Do you remember what that's, can you tell me what mode stands for? And you said 16 occurs the most often? Okay, how many 16s do you see up there? Which number occurs the most often, Sky? Why did you pick 14? That's right. What about the median? The median is the middle number. Caden. Okay, so we have two middle numbers, but we have to find the average of those. Caden says that's 15. Do you all agree? Yep. Okay, good work. How many of you have no idea how she got 15? We can add them up and divide by 2. Since there's two numbers, we'll find the average of the two. Now, if you can do it in your head, that's even better.
Good morning. It's Monday, April 28th. Early dismissals for sports. 7th and 8th grade golf dismissed at 2:30. Junior high track dismissed at 2:45. 9th grade baseball dismissed at 2:45. The color guard will be holding trials for the 2014 fall marching season today through Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. in the auditorium. This is open to this year's